got my E-flite Viper 90mm jet here. Trying to get it together so I can get it up in the air soon. Can't wait to fly this thing. Real nice looking airplane. Most exciting part is how big that 90mm fan is in there. It's awesome. Right now on the plane I got this Power Hobby 5000 that I run on one of my RC cars. I have it in there, that's the lightest battery I have, so the airplane should perform real good with it because it's a 500 gram battery. So at first I'm going to test out that battery and see how it flies with that battery and see what the performance is like. So right now I'm putting on these connectors that I run on all my airplane, on all my batteries for all my cars, airplanes, boats, everything. This is what I run, these QS8 connectors. They're real good, anti-spark. So I'm soldering it onto the Avian ESC that this thing comes with. I'm just gonna tape this wire. If I'm not running smart batteries, I'm gonna tape this wire out of the way for now. And then this is the one that I'm gonna try to use in there. This is the CNHL 90C 9500 6S battery. I love these batteries. I run them in my boat, my car, and hopefully now my airplane. It's definitely heavier. It's about double the weight. That's a 500 and something gram battery. This is about 1,050 gram battery. So it's double the weight. But the instructions say that I can run 2 batteries in there. And the recommended batteries were somewhere around the 1,000 gram range of this battery. So once I get the airplane done and I can get it on the balancer, I'll stick this battery in there and I'll see if I can get the airplane to balance out real good. And if the airplane balances out within limits where I feel like it's not too heavy, then I'll definitely be trying to fly it with these batteries, as I got 4 of these batteries and I only have one 5,000 Power Hobby battery. So the thing is, both of these batteries will give this airplane the same performance. The difference is that a 1,000 gram battery or a 500 gram battery equals a lighter plane, and a lighter plane with the same power, these batteries will give the airplane the same power, but that battery will give the airplane less weight. So that will be a better power to weight ratio. This one will be a worse power to weight ratio, but this will increase the runtime tremendously, where that's gonna give me probably a 3 or 4 minute runtime. Maybe I can get 8 minutes out of it with this one, we'll see. But right now I'm just soldering it up and trying to get it all set up. Next step is gonna be to program the remote. That's gonna be a task because I got a lot of different things I'm gonna program into this airplane. The airplane comes with the 637. It's my only downside. I wish it would have came with the 8 channel because I wanted to do, I seen on YouTube that they had a crow setup that they program in here where the flaps go down, the ailerons go up as if they're like spoilers, and then that helps out tremendously with the airplane in slow flight. But with this airplane, 4 controls, my 5th channel is going to be gear, my 6th channel is going to be flaps, then I'm out of channels. I don't have enough channels to program split ailerons is the problem. To do the crow, the flaps go down, no big deal. The ailerons have to go up. So that means I'd have to split those 2 aileron servos to the receiver, and I need an extra channel, 1 channel for each wing. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with that because I don't have enough channels. So something I wanted to do, but not a big deal. One thing I am going to do is that this ESC has reverse. So I'm going to set up a switch to where I'm going to have forward, reverse, and then when I flip the switch all the way back, I'm going to have it basically go into automatic braking, where when you flip the switch it goes to 50% reverse thrust possibly. I'll have to tune in the percentage, but not a big deal. That way as soon as you land, you flip the switch and it automatically goes into reverse thrust to a setting to stop the airplane in a short distance, because these jets eat up runway like it's no joke. Unless you're landing on grass, they don't stop in a short distance. So most people end up running off the runway because the airplane goes so fast, you don't want to slow down and stall it. So you land it with some speed. And if you run off the runway, you could damage some things. So That's one thing I'm gonna set up is reverse thrust for landing purposes. That's not a big deal. That's through the ESC throttle channel, so I'm not really worried about that. But I wish I had the 8-channel receiver that it came with, but it doesn't come with that. It comes with the 6-channel, so I'll work with what I got. All right, so now this is what I got going on now. There's a size comparison between the two, the 5000, 9500. Definitely bigger, heavier battery. More flight time. I got 4 of them. That's a benefit for me. I also got that one that I'm going to use, so try it out. Inside the airplane, you can see I got my connector soldered on now. QS8 connectors. I taped up this. I just unsoldered that middle wire. That's for the smart batteries, and I taped it off to the side in case, you know, maybe I sell the plane or something, somebody wants to put the connector back on and run a smart pack in it. I've got the battery sitting all the way back just to see if it fits in there, no problem. And I put this foam down here. I have this I have this foam rubber that has some sticky tape, real good sticky tape on the back. It's a non-skid, so that means that once I strap down the battery, it won't be able to slide. Maybe I might have to end up adding another one of these Velcro straps farther back. I'm assuming, I haven't put the plane on the balancer yet, but I'm assuming that this battery is going to have to go all the way back like that. I won't know until I put it on the balancer to find out how it actually fits in there and where I need it to be, but I think it's going to work just fine if it's not too heavy, and I'll have to get the weight farther back so it balances properly. But besides that, my next step, I'm about to bind it up here shortly and get my radio set up, and it's CNHL batteries. Hopefully they work out real good for me. Can't wait to get this plane in the air. Alright, so I got the airplane finally set up how I want it. I got it here on my custom airplane stand. I pretty much was able to set it up everything I wanted except for the crow settings that I had seen on YouTube, because I don't have the 8-channel receiver. You have to have more channels on your receiver to be able to do that, but I got everything programmed in on my DX8. And I got a couple options here. So my flaps work. My gear works. My control surfaces are turning the right way. The only thing I have left to do is balance the airplane and double check to make sure that the AS3X is correcting in both ways. What I do on my remote is that I go in and I do forward programming, and I set this right here.
Normal mode. AS3X mode.
I don't run safe. All I do is run AS3X, and I have a way of turning off the gyro in case anything happens. If the receiver comes loose in the airplane and I don't want it to wiggle the airplane into the ground into a death spin, I'll be able to turn off the gyro at any time if I have to. Another switch that I set up over here that I have to make some custom voice call outs, I want to make some custom voice call outs for, is this switch here. This switch here is going to be forward, reverse, and auto braking. I'll demonstrate that now. Alright, so I got my throttle cut right here.
Motor on.
Then I'm in forward, so I have forward thrust. Then if I switch this switch that I'm going to make the custom voice calls for, now I'm in reverse. So I have controllable reverse. Then if I pull it all the way back to me on landing, I'm able to auto brake without having the throttle up. So it's going to go like this. So in the settings, I made a mix to the throttle that I just did 80% for right now until I get out there and test it. I might end up going to 100% on reverse. So when I come into land, I can throw it into reverse and I don't have to actually throttle it up and be flicking switches. I just hit one switch and it automatically starts braking once I put the wheels down on the ground. So besides that, I have everything set up in my remote. I ran out of channels. I've used all 8 channels between setting up the switch for the AS3X on and off and setting up the reverse thrust. I used up all my channels, so now my only option is I would need to upgrade to an NX10 or IX12, which I've been wanting to. In the future I possibly will, and for me to get the crow settings on this plane, which is better for landing, which will drop the flaps and raise the ailerons to help you slow down and make it more stable, I'd have to upgrade the receiver. So I'm gonna get some flights in on this before I start upgrading more things. And maybe if I don't like how it flies without the crow settings, I might look into upgrading my remote and upgrading the receiver as well. On this remote here, I got probably, I think I have 5 planes in total, so I don't mind upgrading the remote, but it kind of sucks to have to upgrade the brand new 6-channel receiver to an 8-channel receiver, when would have been nice if E-flite would have thrown the 8-channel in there. I imagine the cost wouldn't have been a big difference, but it is what it is. Stay tuned for some more videos. I'm gonna get out to the field when I can, and I'm gonna try to fly this. The only thing, like I said, I have to do is balance the airplane. I haven't balanced it yet. I just have my Power Hobby 5000 in there, and I'm gonna balance it. I'm gonna make some marks in there and balance it with this battery, and then I'm gonna make some more marks and balance it with those 9500 MH CNHLs. That way I can get some nice flight time out of it with those CNHLs. So hopefully I'll be able to take advantage of this nice weather we're having around here now in the next few weeks and get out there and get some good video for you guys. So stay tuned, subscribe, like it, comment if you have any questions, and look forward to some more videos of the actual airplane flying at the field.